get to that later. Hey everybody, we're going to jump into a best of 3 Throne of Eldraine draft on this Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. We all had a good one around here. And if you want a good experience at your local game store, you're going to, in the Seattle area, you're going to go to, of course, Mox Boarding House Seattle and Mox Boarding House Bellevue. Those are the brick and mortar stores associated with my favorite Magic website, cardkingdom.com. They are also my sponsor. And if you want to support this stream through retail opportunities in the Magic world that will leave you satisfied, leave you with your expectations met or exceeded, usually exceeded, and if you do so through my affiliate link down below in the panels, Card Kingdom knows you're coming from me, and that's a big boost to my stream here and lets them know you're supporting me through supporting them. And support. I appreciate their support. They've been they were the first person to ever sponsor me back when I co-created Limited Resources with Marshall Sutcliffe. They took us on as we took them on as a sponsor somewhere in the middle of my run on Limited Resources, and this is the first time somebody ever said, hey, we want to put our name, we want to associate our name with your content brand, and that was neat. And I've never forgotten that, and it's always made me happy that we've come back around together and that Card Kingdom is supporting my content today as well. So thank you, Card Kingdom. Now let's jump in. Thank you, Danny. Danny liked the LR appearance I made recently. Opportunistic Dragon leaps out as an excellent first pick. Playable gems, as we like to say. I've been digging red a lot since the bot update. I think aggro red is real. Especially, you can even get mono red. There's the only other mono red card in the pack is Ogre Errant, which is likely to wheel. Improbable Alliance would be nice to build around. I've heard people say they can get these pretty late. We'll see. Maybe this will wheel, but we're gonna obviously start with a dragon here. See where that leads. Another banner. We have a Secret Keeper, which historically we've been able to count on wheeling, but not so these days. Also makes me not want to necessarily jump on it because of that. Like milling seems like it's been weakened successfully by the bot change, so I like that. I like considering that and being a little bit wary of assuming mill is the place to be. Yeah, I kind of want to see if it wheels, which I don't think it will. There's Glass Casket. White has also been wildly open, like we take Casket and try and wheel the Squire. Squire's been an excellent adventure creature. Just that it's pretty unassuming on both sides, but you put them in the same card and you basically got a 2-for-1, and it's hard to argue with. But yeah, let's take Casket and see. Well, Red Cat Melee is a real deal removal spell, but we have an Inspiring Veteran, which of course matches our first 2 picks and is really quite powerful to build around. I think this is worth polling. Oh yeah, let me restart Cardboard Live. Thank you. I restarted my computer this morning, so not everything's going. Yeah, it is a tough call. I'll poll this one. 15 seconds for melee or veteran. That working? A lot of support for veteran, taking a flyer there. I'm in for that. I'm trying to get... Oh, wait. Is this not working? All right. Visible. Should already be added. Cardboard Live working for you now? I can't, it's not working on my like test screen here, but maybe hopefully it's working for you. Okay, good. As long as it's working for you all. All right, well, let's take Inspiring Veteran and see if we're inspired to Boros it out here. Barrage is a reasonable card towards this deck. Wintermoor Commander is another night build around, but we got 2 red cards. I don't, you know, we can take Wintermoor Commander in case we want to pivot to a black-white type build, or I guess we just take the Searing Barrage, though. Yeah, the blue does look open. I think we're too far away from it now, though. Yeah, it looks like if we had gone in on that blue, if you took the Secret Keeper, you might be being paid off here, because now we have like kind of a nothing pack, where if we had been in blue, there's a lot of good options here. Still feels too late to get into blue, though, and I would rather just have. Yeah, we could take a blue card, and maybe we end up in red blue. If that happens, we probably want a Tome Raider, right? I think we can let this red cap Raiders go. It's very whatever. It's playable if you have a lot of non-humans, but it's not great. Fëanor thinks it's playable enough to pick. I mean, it would. Yeah, I would agree that we could end up. You could play Dragon Barrage and move into blue if the white dries up or something. I think we're going to end up... Here's the thing, though. I know that the blue is open, and if you had gone down this path, you might be on your way to a nice blue deck, but I think we are going to end up likely red-white here. And none of these are so powerful that I care that much. I mean, if we're taking it, we're expecting to be red-blue, so then I want a Raider. So it's really... It's interesting. It's do I want one Raider or do I want multiple Raiders? Raider or Raiders? Yeah, that doesn't matter that this is a knight, though, right? We're not going to play Inspiring Veteran in the same deck as Paladin. All right, well, I'll take... some people want to hedge blue. We can hedge blue a little bit. Here, though, I want either a Jousting Dummy or a Bargain. Well, you can take the Paladin if you really thought blue was the way to go here. Egg. I don't... what are we taking egg for? With where, you know, if we're making... If this is just a you know, heck, I'll throw this in the board and we'll remember it's there. But if we're truly headed in this direction, what is an egg doing for us? We want to get knights down. Like, I'd rather have a dummy that gets pumped by the veteran. You often get dummies, but I think actually Barge In is a pretty important card in this deck. You want to be super low to the ground, and 1 mana combat tricks when you're being aggressive and they're kind of forced to block is fine. So I think it's Dummy or Barge In, and I'm actually going to take the Barge In. I think Barge In is pretty important in these decks. Of course, if I knew I'd get another one right here, I'd maybe take the dummy. I'd rather have a dummy and a Barge In, but of course we didn't know it was coming. In here, we're going to take an errant ogre anyway, and in fact, probably would, even if we had taken the other card. I think probably still want the errant here. It works with the veteran and is really nice in the red-white knight deck. Griffin is nice, but then I saw the red cap. We definitely want the red cap. There's lots of red cap shenanigans to work in these red knight decks, whether they're mono red, red black, or red white. And here's the errant. We expected to wheel another dummy, but I like the you know, we're gonna want stuff lower in our curve. Maybe that's a reason to take the dummy here. But I will play 2 ogre errants for sure. Griffin is fine, but we want to lean into our veteran. Yeah, you might be right that this is a dummy pick. I want 2 errants, but we'll still probably get 2 errants before the end of the draft. Yeah, Mabinap, I'm with you. 2x errant is fine. but we're pack 1. I think we have a strong chance to get there by the end of the draft. And I don't think I want 3 of these. So those of you who want ogre over dummy, I hear you. I really would like a second dummy or a second errant, but we're low on 2s. It's a knight. Easy to cast. We're gonna take dummy. Yeah, we might end up making a fox fly with it too, etc. Ginger Brute versus Blood Haze. This is an interesting pick. Curious. I'll pull this one really quick for a Brute versus Blood. I don't think it's easy. I think Brute's overrated. I think it was underrated and now is overrated. I think having a 2/1 in your 2 slot is fine, but nobody wants the Blood Haze. I don't think it's easy, but I guess maybe it's not worth a poll if nobody was into the Wolverine. Yeah, I hopefully we run neither, but if we're forced into needing one of these to meet playables, I think I'd rather have the Wolverine, but I'll follow you down, chat. If we don't get the kind of finishing power we really feel like we want, Blow Your House Down is playable. I end up not playing. I've never really played this card, not because I think it's unplayable, but because I think it does a job I get through other cards usually. Blow Your House Down is, the board is stalled out. How do we punch through our last damage? And I'd rather do that with trebuchets, for example, than Blow Your House Down, but we can take it. Yeah, if we don't end with any trebuchets and feel like we don't have much evasion and that we're just in a spot where this deck could end up stalling out, then yeah, right. We don't have a tactician yet, though, right? So exactly. There's just things that do this job so much better than this card that you hope not to play it. But if you don't have those things doing that job, something's got to do that job. Yeah, I'll take the armor and toss it in the board. I don't think we're playing it. I don't think we're playing this. If anything, we'd play the weapon rack. Hey, look, it came back. Wasn't this a close pick before? Whoa, rewarded. It's like we planned it. Now what can we wheel from this pack? Do you think we can get a tactician? Sometimes. But hopefully Fox or Merchant wheels if we can't get ourselves a tactician. Another knight, white knight we can grab. How does this even work? Let me read the mythic I just took. 1 less for each knight. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and cast a legend. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Hopefully wheel this red cap or this fox. Now we just kind of want all the knights, right? So we take this venerable knight here. Here's a great knight, but there's also a trebuchet and a rimrock. This is a pollable one. This is tact, brim, and rim. What do I think? I think Drawbridge is interesting too, but it's nowhere near these other ones, so we didn't even put it on the list. It's probably just Tactician. Yeah, overwhelming for Tactician. I think these are both super appealing. Hopefully we wheel the Rimrock. The fact that we have Circle of Loyalty makes me want to lean into the actual knights a little more than the knight payoff. Tactician is great, and Circle of Loyalty pushes it over a little bit. Yeah, color balance is a consideration, but we have Sir Alan, we have Circle of Loyalty, we have Opportunistic Dragon. We are just going to be a mana greedy deck, which may be the reason to take something like an egg, because it can actually just help us get the second of a double color situation. But we'll take Tactician here. See what else. Youthful Knight. Just probably grab the other knight here over a Flutterfox. Hey, Dionysus, welcome. Good weekend. Very productive. Got a lot of stuff done. And my daughter's back from college, so it's wonderful to have her back in the house. The Fox is basically a flyer. I guess the question is, how much do we want to push towards Circle of Loyalty inspiring veteran synergies? But I think basically the answer is a lot. I think we want to do it. We want to do it heavily. So I mean, I'm going to take the knight, even if you kind of like a 2/2 flyer a little better. I think we have the tools here to justify the position. Here's another opportunity at a trebuchet, but another pick where I want to take something else instead. Easy trebuchet. Here's a 4. Have you read this card? Those of you who are on the easy trebuchet. Here, I'll pull this one as well. I think this is a worthy pull. So this is melee versus Brim. AVB doesn't like trebuchet. In the heavy knight deck, the trebuchet is great. It basically does 2 damage a turn. And it's quite a nice way to close out a game in which you've gotten the opponent close to dead, but not quite dead. Yeah, that's where I was at. Let's take the removal spell, right? And a cheap one. It does look photoshopped, like random head in the middle of a piece of art. But it sure does the job I'm looking for. There's another Ginger Brute if we really wanted to be low down here. We don't have much to pump a Brute right now. I think we just want a Merchant. And our 3s are a little bit low. Another Merchant, but we're going to take a Youthful Knight here. Keep the low drop Knight plan going. Youthful Knights make me want to find Rimrocks. Youthful Knight plus Rimrock is real nice, as is the Raging Redcap. All right, we're definitely taking a Flutterfox here over another Merchant. All right, we got our Redcap. So now I really, between 2 Youthful Knights and 2 Redcaps, I really want to play into combat tricks to make these first strikers really sing. Crystal Slipper doesn't really count. That's not what I'm talking about, but I'll take it over these 2 at least. I've played a Slipper. It's not unplayable. It would be okay, but it's just perpetually okay, right? I don't think we're going to play Dwarven Mine, so we'll take Crashing Drawbridge and consider thinking that. Oh, and the Flutterfox makes it back. She's at a state liberal arts college called Evergreen, and currently they do quarterly programs where you like really focus on one thing, and she's doing a theater stuff for her first wow, nice, for her first quarter there. Maybe we wheel this Youthful Knight, but Bone Crusher Giant is crushing it. Fiddle says gems. Yeah, Knight of the Keep might even make it in this deck, and I'd love this Knight here, but obviously we're taking Bone Crusher. Fox on the Wheel was great. We'll get an Outflank or a Youthful here, I bet. Or here's our second Ogre Errant that we can pick up. Thank you, Adrian. Hey, I'm at just figure yourself out mode in terms of not worrying about the viability of theater per se. Yeah, I think we take a Squire here. It helps what I was saying. We want to look out for ways to support Youthful Knight and the red caps. So yeah, Griffin, a little expensive. I really don't, you know, these are 5 drops worth playing. I just want to be low to the ground as possible. Hopefully we'll cast this like there and just consider this a 2/5 drop type deck. And I want to take the Squire and wheel the Barge in. Dragonfire is a great pickup here. Oh, you'd Paladin there? We'll wheel the Paladin. If we want the Paladin, we'll get it on the way back around. Trapped in the Tower versus Glass Casket. Oh, that's interesting pick. Which removal? We'll probably wheel this other dummy. But yeah, I suppose we want to trap. We have a Glass Casket. Let's take a first trapped over a second casket. Here's a Trebuchet we can finally grab. Ferocity of the Wilds is much better, I found, in the like a black-red knight deck where the knights aren't necessarily humans, although some of them are even in black. But this is or heavy, you know, red-green. Yeah, we have too many humans to make this work. So the question is another Silverflame Squire or a first Trebuchet. So I'm going to pull this one. We have Squire or Brim. I'm leaning Trebuchet, but the Squire is a totally reasonable pick. Again, we have two Raging Red Caps and 2 Youthful Knights that really like the Silverflame Squire. Did I mess it up? Sorry. Oh no, I think it looks good. Did it not fire? I don't know what happened there, but still checking out what people think here. Oh, it fired late. Okay. All right, we'll take first Trebuchet. Maybe we will. We didn't wheel the first one though. I'm not expecting this to come around at pick 5. Everything red, white, and colorless here kind of stinks. I don't think we're playing the unicorn, although it does technically create a knight. I'm not muted, Jay Watt, are you? It was you. I'll take the unicorn, but I don't think it's going to make the cut here. Yeah, you can take uncommon for Vault Progress, but I will take the unicorn. It does make a knight. Thank you, Croaker. We could take a Thrill, but I don't think we're playing the Thrill. Paladin is at least a knight, but I don't know if we're playing that either. We have too much to do at 2 to like. I mean, maybe you pitched land late with a Thrill or something, but we've noticed that parts for the mill deck don't consistently wheel, and that white and red seem to be the most open. That's my personal experience anyway. Yeah, like I don't think we're playing either of these. We can take this. But I'll take Thrill. I don't think we're playing either though. Neither are making the deck. Here's another Knight of the Keep that we could take to not make the deck. Outflank comes back. That's probably making the deck. I like that cheap interaction. So here, this is, you know, we've passed Griffin after Griffin after Griffin, and I'm going to do it again. We're just going to take Barge. We just want to be cheap, low down, and aggro. Barge is perfect. Griffin is clunky. Another dummy to consider in the 2s. I guess we'll take a fling. It is best of 3. Sorry, I started to adjust things and then failed to complete it. It is best of 3. I don't even think we're going to bring Griffin in out of the board. If we face, like, what would you be bringing in against? Oh, they have flyers? Like, no matter what, our answer is going to be, well, kill them faster, you know? I just think we're going to be on the plan of aggro, stick to aggro. $80 gems on the grind. And serious cuts to make. Could probably cut a Ginger Brute. I think we want all those. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. Drawbridge, maybe 1 dummy. Slipper can go. Blow Your House Down goes. Probably this Knight of the Keep goes. Didn't end up with a second Ogre Errant, but that's fine. Now it immediately gets tough. Very tough. We have 11 knights.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
I think we had 4 circles, but I've also stopped crafting up to 4 because I think we're going to make 4x. We've hit 4x of rares so quickly, and we have until January or whatever. I think we're going to get 4 mythics in this one, so I'm not going to do the wild card trick to convert because we should 4x naturally. That's what I was thinking, Canadian Bacons. I think Merchant. I was going to cut Merchant. Resonator thinks we need Merchant. I don't think we do. I think it's super clunk. One thing that happens with all, as I noticed in my other Boros draft I have going, this doesn't have nearly as many adventure creatures, but adventure creatures just tax your mana in a way that can make you think you have mana to spare, but you don't. Yeah, I think we cut the Merchant. We could go 16. I suppose if we're doing it right, and these are like our only 5s. Yeah, we could cut a Fox. What's our creature total? 17.9. Probably want to cut a spell as well. What's our... You can even cut the Searing Barrage. I already cut 1 dummy. The Knight synergies are real here. Yeah, we do Fox instead of dummy. Yeah, well, it depends. Like, I think I love the cheap ones. When you're operating at such a low curve, being able to go turn 3, outflank their first play while still playing a 2-drop. That's a nice approach. But I think we could give up a Fox. Seems to be pretty good support there. I think the bargains you'll see, although they don't give these Youthful Knight tramples, they're so good with the red caps. David, if we didn't have anything else getting those last few points, I'd be with you. But if we're keeping Searing Barrage in and Trebuchet in, and we have some flying in white, I think we have the reach that we want. Yeah, we're at 16 already. Here, I can go to deck building. I think I want to cut my expensive removal. Yes, it's reach, but in a sense, so is Bargain with the trample. The thing I love about, there's some suggestions to cut Outflank or one of the Bargains. They just slot in so well. Like, hold on, let me go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just have to ping me if I miss something like that. Which one did you want, Tron? Sorry about that. The trample's a bonus, Fiddles. We just want to be aggro, 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 and I love... We're so deep at 2 that I really love having Outflank and Barge in to give us a creature plus interaction on 3. It's really powerful. Fenrir is probably right that if anything, we want to cut like a Barge in to put in another Jousting dummy just to, you know, get a little more creatures in here, but we're at 16. And Circle creates them, but you're not... Fenrir is expressing the thing that is most nagging me, like that maybe we want to be at 17 creatures in here and just cut a Barge in for another creature. Adrian, it's not perfect because the block needs to happen, but you're often racing, and another thing that happens, like, it's not perfect because they have to block, but Outflank again plus First Strike and Double Strike is better than it looks. It turns it into like, okay, well, they're going to block my 2/1 First Strike with their 4/4, but I have 2 creatures, so boom, Outflank takes it down. Is it 5th? I think we it depends on if you count Barge in as removal, because we have all of those. And so you have, these are our tricks. Oh, no, that's not what I mean by tricks. Where is it? This dude. This is kind of trick. This is removal / creature. Do we have the unicorn in? Yeah, the unicorn's not even in. You don't like Dragon Fire. It seems too expensive. The 2 mana deal 3? What are you talking about? East? Let's try this. I wanna get to playing. Fire away. Since we were talking about Dragon Fire, I don't know. Come up with a better name. We can come back and make changes if we want. I just want to get to playing, though. There's a lot of good suggestions. If I were if this were the Pro Tour and I had the time on the clock, I would think it out a little more. But let's play. Oh, and here I can do a par poll. Deck name suggestions have to be vague enough not to be spoilery when I use them as my YouTube title. All right, here's your best of 3 par poll. Play first is obviously great for us, and that's about an obvious a mulligan as our deck can produce for us. I mean, it does have 2 spells technically, but... and we could just go, like, burn their thing out, make a 4/3 and get there, but no, we're going to mulligan this. Keep this and drop a Plains. And we have a nice curve out. Isn't my record right? Oh, I'm just not in the the right place. There we go. Now it's all correct. I think keeping that first hand is pretty greedy. Yes, you have 2 spells and they curve out decently, but that's a pretty rough start. 6 land. Not true, David. I always hated it when I got spoilers in draft videos, and I've gotten direct feedback from people saying that they A, wanted it, and then now B, appreciate it. Truly, people don't like those spoilers. Enough, and certainly I don't like those spoilers. I can relate to those who feel that way, and I'm supporting them with my decisions for my channel. Well, okay, looks like night on night colors at least. I'm kind of waiting for... Yeah, Oppo's doing 3 color knights, and I think it's gonna punish them. Sadly, they didn't block the Raging Red Cap. Of course, we didn't really expect them to. This is the one they thought they could kill, but we're gonna do this. Obviously, ideally, you barge on the Red Cap, and it is a nice point swing. But now, like, can we close it out from here? Oh, this is good. Good attacks. They may have a combat trick here. We're gonna make them have it. Oh, Shining Armor. Quite the trick. Shining Armor? I don't know. I wouldn't call Shining Armor unplayable. I just call it not great. And we're flooding out on our mulligan hand, so that's not the best for us either. Gotta wait now. I think it's below replacement, even in a Knight deck, but I wouldn't call it unplayable, though. I mean, it all depends on, you know, the question is always over what. That's gonna be hard. Now you just kind of want a tactician, win on a tactician. Dragon is nice, though. How about we steal ourselves some equipment, huh? Or a human. We could take the commander. I think we just want the equipment. The lance, though, then puts lethal in the air. If we take the commander and swing, they go to 2. That's pretty good, too. I can't use the equipment. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll read my card now. Yeah, given that I can't use the equipment, we should just clear the blocker. And that's fine. Because we still get him down to 2 here. All right, it's a Night Mirror, but they're clunking up their mana with 3 colors, and I really want to beat that. I don't want to lose to clunky 3-color knights when we're streamlined 2-color knights. So what are we sideboarding? Anything relevant here? Maybe a Flutterfox. Bridge could be okay. Do we have we don't have any artifact removal or anything. Although they had Trebuchet and Trebuchet blocks Fox, okay. Flyers seem relevant, but only because we got rid of their Trebuchet. Put in the Slipper. Yeah, I think we're just running this back. True. Is a Trebuchet truly a wall? Oh, it is. Okay, well, huh. We could try blow your house down for a barge in. Let's do some science. Trebuchet is a real deal. This is a similar job with barge in. Similar. So let's see how that works. Science of easy mulligans. All right, now we got to keep this and hope we find some red. And given our, well, red cap is going to find no punishment target. I mean, they're playing red, so there's a good chance we find a target for this. But assuming we find the red mana, having 3 damage with no penalty on any of their stuff is probably better than 4 damage, no penalty only on their red stuff. So I think we ditch. That's, you know, we could ditch the veteran, but if we find the veteran, I think it immediately buffs these, and then we have Dragonfire to support them. And we have tons of others. I'm going to ditch the red cap. All right. Perfect draw. Hushbringer, I don't think cramps our style much. We're going to start on Youthful Knight and then try to go into Inspired Veteran. If we find a 1-drop interaction spell, that could be... Oh, that's not an interaction spell, but exactly what I was hoping for. Just something else to do on this turn. Yeah, it turns off Trebuchet and Dragon. Good call. Or it turns off their Trebuchets as well. Not going to block the first strike. We're okay with them blocking the Venerable Knight. But if I go ahead and Scorch the Shepherd, everything can attack, so we should just Scorch the Shepherd. Scorch the Shepherd means our entire squad has good attacks, and Oppo's stuck on 2, so we definitely want to apply maximum pressure here. Pick up a land, we get to play 2 3/2s. Yeah, they're done. Blow the house down worked great. Hey, Marsh Viper, how you doing? What change do you want to make on the lunch boxes? No, I don't want to keep blowing the main. I really liked it because the trebuchets put it over the top. I mean, as trebuchet removal, I was sold, but I'm not sold on it as a generic inclusion over our other reach tools. Might have been an accidental redemption, but Marsh Viper, hello. If you want, you get to change the order of any of the lunch boxes behind me. Bring in some off-screen lunch boxes on screen, etc. I really like our chances on the play. When we can lead on the play and get a solid opener, we just present quite some early pressure with this deck. But Oppo goes first here. There are a couple Star Wars ones up. We have Return of the Jedi, the other Return of the Jedi. There's a Empire Strikes Back here that we could move more prominently. I think those, yeah, there's 3 Star Wars. I think Star Wars wins the most on the wall. Yeah, we'll keep this. The race is on. A solid keep. Doesn't have any of our major stuff, but solid. Do I have a favorite? Not really. Trying to remember which ones I might have had. There's like, I think I had it. Did I have that Hulk? Trying to remember if I had any of these as a kid. I have a soft spot for the A-Team, though. Something deliciously 80s about the old A-Team lunchbox. Yes, I have an address if you wanted to send... Okay, we're up against Folio. Let's see if we can race it. I guess we're going Youthful Knight. And what's really awkward is our fistful of 2s. What we want is to find something to do besides just a single 2 on 3. Yeah, let's find the dragon and steal the Folio. Good idea. Well, there's something we can do, technically. I don't know if it's good. It's 2 spells. Don't know if we want to use that on a Ginger Brute and cost ourselves a land. But we will certainly play out a mountain so that we have that option. And following with a dummy. Certainly going to 2-spell on 4, that's for sure. Hopefully they play us an excellent target, for the melee, but if they use the Cauldron, the answer is no, no excellent targets. Is it worth it? Right now they have Brute blocking dummy anyway. If I do this, then we don't have a 2-spell turn for our 4th turn, so no, I'm not going to do it. We're going to get tagged here, though. Yeah, we could Scorch here. Yeah, I'm down with Scorch. Let's Scorch and then drop a creature, and we mill a little bit less. Boo. Well, it's cruising through our library pretty fast, but we're dumping our hand. Well, they have to draw it. We don't have sideboard answers to folio, but aggro is pretty good against mill strategies. Come on, play another one. And they're having to choose between board control with Cauldron and actually doing the milling. This time they actually let us get here, so it looks like they want to Scaldron this turn. And yeah, we can trap it or casket it. I guess we casket it since it should use casket on. This is the more narrow piece of removal. Trapped gets anything but flyers. Casket only gets 3 or less CMC, so we'll use the more restricted removal spell. I think they're going to use Cauldron here. We can wait till they choose a target and potentially pump the one we don't use. But if they don't want a Cauldron here, that's fine. Yeah, there they go. All right, so you're doing that one, so we'll pump this one. Yeah, but I was willing to not pump. So then they had to decide, all right, they're not pumping, I can just take 6, or I can take 5 and kill one of their creatures. Ooh, that is tempting, but I kind of I think we want to just get through this Curious Pair ASAP. Still, we could drop the Lion's Claw and then have 2 removal spells for next turn. Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a turn off and get rid of 2 things next turn. Yeah, I attempted to bash, but I think we set ourselves up for an incredible turn next turn with this board. And we're pretty good on having raced our hand down against folio. We've only got 2 cards. They got to do something here. Why didn't I attack with the Youthful Knight? Because it gets eaten by the Curious Pair? Perfect. We win. Oh my god. Should have sent a poet. We're going to trap this in the tower. Play a Venerable. And put a cap in the pair's ass. No, I don't think we sided out. I think it's just fine. Did we need to burn the pair? I guess we didn't need to burn it. I just wanted to get max damage through. I maybe should have thought it through a little more, though. They are almost forced to chump. But getting to 2 with that many creatures out just felt like they needed a sweeper to not lose, and that doesn't really exist. Yeah, heavy green, almost splashing the folio, it seems. Like, we didn't see much other blue, right? Didn't see much of their deck at all, frankly. Yeah, Witch's Vengeance maybe would have gotten him out of it. We had a lot of knights there. I don't know if they were all knights. Yeah, they had a Swordsmith. So it seems like the folio is maybe a Splash the Bomb. See you, Resonator. Could bring in another knight. I like the Flying Fox suggestion. And we can cut one barge in, that's fine. Heavy green, black seemed like the secondary color, and the only blue card we saw was the Folio, which of course they cast on one island that they had on turn 2 or whatever, so, okay. Come on, let me go first. Oh, no, wait. This is not game 1. Never mind, they choose. We will not be going first. No, we beat the Folio. Boo! I love this hand so much with a single plains in it, but as it is, can we even keep it? We have the dummy on 2. We're on the draw, so we have several shots at plains. But if we don't draw a plains, I think we kind of just roll over and lose. A mulligan. Blah. Can we keep this? No. All right, let's show him how to win on 5. Probably keep the Youthful Knight, the Dragon, and the lands. Throw the Dragon. The Dragon, we were 1 land away from actually casting it. Keep the Circle. We got to keep the 3 land. We got to keep the Dragon. So then we only get 1 more card. You ditch Mountain. Mountain's too greedy. Trapped and Circle were my choices. No, we're 2. Definitely trapped though, right? Sorry. I think getting lucky and winning with the Dragon is the best way we have to win. So is Dragon. But Dragon was good on any land on 4. Yeah, that's the thing. I think I don't know what they're doing over there, but I would not be splashing Folio. I think the card is not that good. Cool. We'll be probably outflanking that Paragon at some point. Well, trouble is, Folio is so whatever by the end of the game. Like, but when your opponent has emptied their hand, Folio is very meh. All the Circle Keepers are like, see, I know, but we had to take some. I was taking the surest path to a very powerful play. Yeah, we don't even really care about the Folio because we just steal it. Here's where that outflank power comes in. This is a human, though. We can steal their human. I think I'll steal their human next turn. Oh, we do risk getting ourselves reaped. Oh, we could also steal the artifact. Good point. Never mind. Yeah, let's just steal the art. I was thinking of only human creatures for getting the artifact part. I think it's totally worth it to take the Henge Walker here. Then we have 2 good attacks. So Circle would be good too, obviously, but I mean, this was the surer play, the surer powerful play. Of course, it's not as sure in terms of its survival. A lot easier to kill an opportunistic dragon just so than a Circle. But I was playing the odds. Hey, now, that's not bad. And if they block Henge Walker, we'll go ahead and outflank. They might just try and trade Walker for red cap. And someone was saying, you know, oh, the trouble with outflank is they get to block. Yes, they get to block, but it does slot in cheaply and does some good work in an aggro lowdown Boros deck. Youthful Knight's been doing work, D. Are you serious? I think we had to keep the 2-drop that got us on the board on 2 solidly. Let's see. I guess they have a double block. On red cap, but that's fine. We're not attacking with a veteran, of course. Veteran's almost like an enchantment. Yeah, and if they go for the double block, it's still a 2-for-1. It's just that we actually lose our creature. I think it's more important to take out the Guardian. We'll put the Guardian first. Interesting. And of course we rip a plane. So if we attack in with everything, they block the veteran and take 7. They block the red cap and take 5, or they block the Youthful Knight and take 6. I think we're happy with any of that, especially with 1 card left. So yeah, we're gonna pile on. Hold the land. Nah, if the Reaper gets to the point where it's attacking us, we've lost. We have multiple jousting dummy, you know, the artifact knight that pumps, so there is a reason to put land out. We don't have to put the last one out, but I'm thinking in terms of how many knight pumps do my lands provide me. Is that a slow roll? What are they doing? How is that not obvious? What are we looking for? Tactician is just going to be our best bet. Give me a Tactician and win. Seems fine. No Tactician, but we'll keep building out our board. Got no attacks worth running here. Yeah, Trebuchet threatens to get him. That's obviously a concern now that we have to... not only the creature stealing is one thing, but it's the preventing our go wide from working. Being able to match us 1 for 1. Ugh, and now they're just dumping creatures down. We really need... something besides land. Oh, come on. We were going to totally win on the Mold of 5, but we're just flooding out at the wrong time. And again, you know, if going down to 1 card makes them want to attack with the Reaper, that's got to be good for us. Our best chance is going to be to reap. I mean, is going to be to... sorry, not reap. Our best chance is going to be to tap down stuff to get in for the win. So if they're removing attackers with an... removing blockers with an attack, that actually helps us. But they've... heavily turned the corner now, and we have 2 barrage. So happy with how we made the best of a Mold of 5 and then get just dunked on by the deck. I don't think we can win now. One of the reasons I don't think we can win is they found a reach creature as well. Bone Crusher, Trapped. Yeah, I just don't see... We had 2 Barrages main deck year. Oh, sorry. I'm getting my cards mixed up. I was talking about the combat trick. Barge. We had 2 Barge, not 2 Barrage. Sorry, my bad. They could have a combat trick to win here, but we have to... Really surprised they kept the Reapers in against a low-down aggro deck, but... You're too late, Trebuchet. We could have been something. Ah, that chaffs me. Really made the best of a Mold of 5, and then just had our deck laugh in our face for multiple turns. You know, we could maybe consider a Barrage, just because they have some 5 toughness is a thing with what they've got going on. Not just because not because we needed 3 damage to win last turn, but because specifically 5 toughness is a significant number on their side of the battlefield. So I'm willing to consider that, maybe even for like the red cap. I kind of liked having the extra creature. Yeah, red cap plus first strikers does kind of a reasonable trick. Yeah, we could cut that fox out. No, I think we want the Dragonfire too. They had targets. They have low toughness stuff. They're not all 5 toughness or whatever. I don't know. Why do people want to cut Dragonfire? People keep saying bad things about Dragonfire. This card is awesome. Let's try this. We're on the play. We'll get him. We're just going to have a nice knight curve out and it's all over. We haven't even drawn Ogre. I'll show you Ogre doing something. We just need to draw him. No red yet, but this is an obvious keep. I hear you. Mainly it was someone else thinking it was too expensive that kind of shocked me. Maybe they thought it was a different card. Well, actually I'm going to start on Fox. If we draw a mountain, we'll go to Trebuchet. And if not, we have Jousting Dummy to launch the Fox. Trebuchet also launches the Fox. All right. Yeah, that's all we got, really. Well, hopefully we make him regret using Return to Nature on that. Ugh, really not quite what we want here. I think, I mean, we attack. We could get in for an extra 4 and save the Squire, but I think we actually just run out a Tactician as a 2-3. Yeah, I think we're going to get reaped as well. I'm not going to pump with Squire, I'm just going to play Tactician. And start planning our discard. Gosh, I want to keep that circle. We don't have another knight, though. I still think we should keep it. Swordmaster, you say? And Downfall. Well, Circle of Loyalty keeps being disloyal. All right, now if they block, I'll do Silver Flame Trick. They get some life back out of it, but yeah, they're not into it. We could take the extra 4 now and just untap. Yeah, Trap launches the Fox. They're smelling the Squire. Just trying to decide if we want to do it on defense, though. But yeah, we'll do it. Let's just get in. This has been frustrating mana match. No, I'm going for the extra damage. Now if they reap us... Alright, well, there's a trapped in the tower target. They get a big life chunk back. But, too bad we can't set up to outflank it. But mana not being nice to us right now. How about a mountain off the top, deck, before we get reaped? I'm only going to draft monocolored decks from now on. Just monocolored decks. Yeah, we can 1.5 and to 1 ourselves to take out the Witch Stalker if they have nothing. But let's not presume they have nothing either. Oh yeah, I should have attacked with the fox. I was just being a little dramatic and disappointed, but instead cost myself 2 points. Fully agree. But shouldn't let my saltiness about the way mana is playing out lead to game mistakes. Well, sheesh. Now we just have to pass, unless we want to trade everything for that. And in doing so, give them 2 food? Nah. Deck, F off. What a joke. Dionysus, people know what the punt is for. You can punt, but can you stop campaigning for additional punts? People know how it works. They'll do it or they won't. I don't see how we win here. We're about to face a 6/5 that we can't really deal with. And in order to deal with this 6/5, we have to give them 2 additional food, and use up. Yeah, what kind of race do we have, though? All right, well, I figure we're racing on some level, right? I don't know how we can come up with 10 before they kill us. But I suppose if we found a tactician, we could buy a turn. So like they play 6/5 and we find tactician. That's the kind of thing that could make the difference. Yeah, we can do this. So we play Youthful Knight, and now we have 3 creatures and an outflank, and a first 2 points of first strike. So technically, we can take out Witchstalker for no loss, or for no food, if nothing changes here. Oh, Tactician is exiled. How did that happen? I can't even remember. Epic Downfall? Ah, that's right. I remembered a Tactician recently, but I assumed it was a previous game. Because, you know, fair. This is just totally fair. Oh, boy. I thought for sure we'd get a mountain. Usually you get the mountain right on the turn where you're completely dead. Good job, Oppo. I would take... I think we're like 70+% in that matchup, match to match. We just got hit with a 30% thanks to our friend Variance. Cranky. That sucked. Especially because we were taking a mold of 5 to the match win, and then it all, just the complete wheels fell off of the entire deck. Send back a mountain, I guess. I don't remember that Year of Glad. All I remember is my pain. I'm gonna go ahead and casket this. We don't want to fall too far behind here. Could have considered sending back Barge in. I like being 3 to the land needed for Sir Alan and keeping some action, obviously. I don't know, Robert. I think it's who you are as a human. I've gotten, believe it or not, better about my saltiness over time. And ask Marshall about some of my antics in our early poker playing days. I have stormed out of poker games because of how pissed I was at Variance. That was one of them, yep. Now getting some more flood here. I'm going to offer this. I don't think they're going to take the trade anyway, but if they decide that they're... because we have the pump. But if they decide they want that, we could consider doing it. But here we're just going to take a pump and pass. Maybe not as bad as Phil. So, I think we've sorted out what the bots are leaving open these days, given that my last 2 drafts have ended up Boros, and 2 of 3 of our opponents have been Boros so far. I don't know if variance is what makes poker interesting. Like, maybe it is at first. Once you're a grizzled poker veteran, the variance is just, like, just tell me how it turns out, you know? And the interesting part is the, what's not, you know, the non-variant stuff. Okay, well, that's kind of perfect timing. Neither has first strike, so we'll send in with the dummy. They probably won't block. We can pump once and scorch the knight here. Speaking of poker, we'll see if going all in here will put this game away. Uh-oh, night incoming. Let's see what they've got. No, Robert, this is a similar one, but not the deck I was tweeting. The one I tweeted about earlier has nothing above 3 mana in it. Boy, that is a lot of first strike. That's so much first strike, it beats Barge in, but I still might put him to the test. Ooh, actually that helps too, because now we can really get him. It might put off Sir Alan for a turn, but I'm gonna see if they have the interest in the double block here. Great. This way we can still cast Alan. Didn't we get any... Did we get trample damage in there? And shouldn't we have? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, good. I feel like I didn't hear damage or something. It was like, how did that work? Well, this is good too, because what's going to happen is, play Circle of Loyalty, but actually I just like running this turn without it. Because here, if we swing in here, it looks like, so the Jousting dummy goes to, yeah, I might be able to do both. Depends on how they block. And if we even want to send in the dummy, I guess. But we make it a 3. Yeah, I'm gonna send in both. If they want to put the serpent on the dummy, then we get to red cap it. And trade dummy and red cap for serpent, which seems fine. Oh, because I was trying to represent pump. That's why I didn't circle first. Yeah, I may have been too risky here. This is probably a bad attack. I was putting my opponent on doing things they weren't necessarily going to do. Yeah, we can still make a knight, right? Or do we get... no. Six, 7, 8 on the crackback. So we need to melee one of the ragings. So we'll do this, and it looks... Did they ping? Oh, I don't think they pinged. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, definite oppo punt there. Punt into punt. He who punts last loses, something like that. Serpent was a 6/6. And this spell deals 4. No problem, Bruce. I don't read cards either. Any changes? The Mirror, they've got a nice X spell that's real good. I don't know if it's got reach, so maybe that makes that not. Barrage, I like bringing in against heavy, high toughness. That's not what we're seeing here. This is a mirror match that happens to have a thing that can get big. Yeah, they should show Trebuchet. We could try that switch again. I'm in for that. It made sense to me before. It makes sense to me here on the play again. Run that. Oh, we're not on the play. I was thinking we lost. This is a rough keep, but we are gonna keep. We can just flood out pretty easily for here, but with a key card like Veteran and a 2-drop, I can't see tossing this, but this is a lot of land for our 16 land deck. So I consider this a risky keep, but I can't quite throw this. Of course, that's what happens when you keep a 5-lander. Like, approximately 95% of the time, 80% chance our next draws a land, too. There you go. Yeah, at least Oppo didn't do much. Oh, man. Oh, they've got a must have an outflank. What? They definitely got an outflank. It's not going to matter that Oppo is punting because we have to win this game with 3 cards and 3 cards only. Oh, I meant to... I thought we were going to blocks, not damage. I wanted to pump there. This is game 2. The changes they made to the layout, they're like, it used to be perfect. My win-loss would poke out right here. You know, right over here would be where it'd poke out. But it's now they changed stuff, and that's not how it's working. All right, do this carefully, Mr. Spain. It's got to be pretty good for us if their turn 5 is to make a 1/1. We got a trapped in the tower. This can't block anyway. All right. Well, I'm not sure what they were keeping. We managed to win with 4 spells. It's tough to do. Usually you don't win with 4 spells, but yeah, they must have flooded out. Yeah, that was a weird game there. No question. We did get some gems though, and we are one match win away from profit. So let's get there. Oh, come on, I made one minor punt. My play wasn't that ugly. Jeez, Guru, I'm right here. How many vault progress do you go through in a set? I haven't really tracked that. We could just like not open vault next time and see. We'll see. But let me take a short bio. Oh, actually, I still have coffee. Never mind. I'll play once more. We'll go for it, and maybe I'll be done with coffee by the end of this, and then need a break. Hey, don't both sides me, man. False equivalency. There were some mistakes made on both sides. Need a little help on the land front, but at least we have one of each and some nice spells here, so we're going to keep this. My thoughts on Black Friday, D, are that I think people should be less capitalistic about the holidays if they can find a way amongst their loved ones and themselves to reduce the expectations of gifts. I think the heavy emphasis on gifts that American Christmas, I don't know what happens worldwide, but American Christmas is so gift focused that it's becoming less so. In my family, definitely less so. So I see it as a problem with our culture, but also people need stuff. And if, like, something I recommend doing, actually, if you need things like in your life, like, I need a new microwave. Oh, you're late, Venerable Knight. Need a new microwave, need a new, sometimes you need new stuff, and it's an excellent time to get the stuff you actually need. I think people have a tough time determining need and want and compulsion, but it is an excellent time to find bargains on stuff that you might actually need. So that's my thought. It's truly the best prices on stuff of the year, so I do think that Black Friday is more of a capitalist cash grab than Valentine's Day. I really do. I'm in for a race here. All right, found land. That's good. I didn't know about that Singles Day. Funny. Believe it. Okay, let's go. Let's send in the Flutterfox. And then we have a Venerable Knight plus Bone Crusher Giant's damage side, which I'll use on the Paragon. And I think there's enough possibilities for tricks and whatnot here. And they're only playing black anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and give them a chance to... let's threaten the Knight. I mean, this might be a reasonable trade anyway. Attack and red cap was the other option. I didn't mention it, but I just like we get a 2-power creature on the board for 1 instead of 3, and then we have this Bone Crusher, which should be really good. I haven't. People were saying that, Media, but I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know the details yet. So they're willing to make this trade, and I am willing to take it. I'm gonna do my original plan. Actually, I'm gonna just do this because that's the thing. I would like this counter to go on one of our knights. Trade is fine-ish, but not amazing, actually. Here... This is where maybe we could put like an something out to and have the knight chump. If we red cap here, this is a knight, is it? Yeah, we'll do it this way. Calvados, I'm with you. Some people just like really get in, love giving gifts. You know, the people. Capitalism is very addictive. Like buying stuff is very feels good. Giving stuff feels good. So people just get into it. But we definitely, in my family, gosh, when I was like even like, you know, 19, 20, like in my college age years, I felt this intense pressure to. I had a huge list every Christmas of people in my life that I felt that they were expecting a gift from me that I needed to deliver. So got one counter and then got knocked down. Okay, yeah. We'll take it one more time. Then Sir Alan, if we draw a land, Sir Alan takes care of this knight from here. But anyway, I have sent. My family has since way backed off on gift on gift exchange. But I used to have. It was really hard. I'm a starving college student, and I got like a $20 gift to get 30 different people. It was pretty oppressive. Yeah, Errant does the trick too. You're right. Well, that's why I like Thanksgiving is probably my favorite holiday because it's like Christmas without the capitalism. Except then Black Friday, it's like it's the starting gun for capitalism too. Well, we're all in on all in. Because I'm attacking, and we're just going to throw this block. See if they got a bake into a pie or something. Cross fingers. They could have a barge in that would get it done. All right, that gets it done. Gets it pretty small, though. It's getting more manageable. Rimrock can't block, at least. We're at 12. I thought it was pretty unlikely they had anything. That's somewhat the power of the must attack. It really disguises tricks well. But we're going to act like we're racing and hope to barge in for some action here. Then we decide Bone Crusher, Ogre Errant, probably just the Ogre Errant to get the Vigil or the Menace on the Venerable. Could also just go for extra damage here. But no, we'll save it. I'm fine with them just taking that, and we get to Ogre Errant here. And over the course of the next turn, we have 2 Barge-ins and a Bone Crusher, putting us in a spot where we could win this race if they don't go nuts on the red cap. And we'll see, like, are they going to attack here with the red cap? Because right now the Ogre Errant eats the red cap. So if they attack with the red cap, they are saying they have more tricks, and then we have to decide whether we're better off trading the Errant for a trick. And if it's like Barge In, it's bad because we trade it for Barge In. But if it's like Rimrock or Crystal Slipper, we at least trade one for, it's a 1-for-1 trade. So if that's their plan here, and we can also think about just taking it all and trying to win next turn with the double Barge In. See what they do. And can we just lose here? So we take 2 from the Knight, 4 from the red cap currently. So we're currently taking 6. If they do find even, +2/+2, it becomes 10. But we can take 10. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that does +3, right? So they max 10, and then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have this that doesn't block. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to take this and win on the crackback. They have to have some very specific cards not to lose here. Because this also gives trample to everything but the Venerable Knight, and the Venerable Knight is going to get Menace. So yeah, that's not enough. Right? I think we just win. They have 1 trample to block. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and they're at 10. So yeah, we win. And once again, it's a red deck. It's now the all-night meta here on MTG Arena. Which is why it's like, no matter how they fix it, it just creates a new problem because 7/8 of the decks are pulled from the actual gameplay meta. Yeah, exactly. All the gamers are going to game the system. I mean, you could give the bots at the table personalities from throughout the bot efforts, but I still think that's just no matter what you do, unless you really mix it up, you're going to get very similar strengths and weaknesses identified. Yeah, this is Lee Sharp's time on Eldraine Draft, where all the Boros decks are available. Thank you, Silo. We'll see you next time. Anything else we didn't see? Anything for this? I think we just run this back. There was a DraftBot update on Thursday, yes. Run it back. It's the creative. Usually, design. If you come up with a card in design, you give it a design name that hopefully communicates what it's doing to other testers pretty easily. But ultimately, creative is the team that decides. We have to send this back, of course. I mean, show me plains, mountain on top, and I would keep, but we can't count on that here. Much better. And we're gonna play it dicey here and keep it low to the ground and pitch a plains. Can't do tactician without the extra plains, but I think it's worth it to be a little greedy here. Don't you agree? And I could ditch the barge in, but we have lots of plays even with just these 6. See? Perfect. So it looks like we're going to go jousting into inspiring veteran plus barge in, although we need a second mountain to do veteran plus barge in on the same turn. If we get no mountain, you could make an argument for just leading on veteran because of that. Yeah, I actually think that matters. It's subtle, and it also just exposes veteran to like the initial soul reave, I suppose. But I do like the ability to have barge in and jousting dummy on 3, so I'm going to do it this way. The other reason I guess you could have done it, you could just go jousting dummy into tactician and then into veteran. But in general, it's something worth thinking about, that when you're choked on one type of land, like when you only have one mountain, you know you're only ever casting one red spell a turn, you kind of want to make sure you're not piling up red spells when you're trying to do multiples. This, of course, assumes they even play something that we want to barge in onto the veteran, and they didn't. And we even got the mountain, so now it's not looking that great in terms of my sequencing. We could just go tactician here then, especially with the extra mountain. So yeah, I'm just going to go tactician. And then we have dummy barge in next turn. Well, I was going to get all tricky with trouble with veteran here. If we attack and they successfully double block it, we actually lose the veteran. So now we just want circle. Now I got to remember everything this thing does. Legendary spells create... yeah, nice. Let's draw a land. Even that's not the worst, especially if we draw a land. No land. We could just make 3/3s. We could just race. put out Squire and Jousting Dummy as just combatants. We can start making knights. I think we should empty our hand first, though. We're not blocking is the main thing, right? Not blocking, so let's attack. And then play the creature sides of these spells. That's a pretty imposing force. We have barge in next turn no matter what. If we draw a land, we can attack and then consider either barge in plus activate circle or just Sir Alan. This is a legendary artifact. The race still appears to be on. I say no blocks. Fox and blocks. Okay, we're going to barge in and play Fox after 9. I guess they could have something, but we'll throw the Fox in front of the red cap. Although we don't want to get barged in out of this game ourselves. But I think we got to... Circle activation is 4, so we could make a white knight creature token, but I think we want to try and make them block and have barge in for the blowouts. Although, yeah, Silver Flame does not get trample. Yeah, if they don't block, we win. They might just eat Cookie. I think we're in good shape unless the red cap is primed to go nuts on us. Which maybe this suggests it is. I'm going to barge in here for extra damage. Can we just win? 3, pump for 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, barge in plus pump is technically lethal. Well, let's see. I guess we presume they're going to eat. So let's wait. Because even if they eat, then we can decide what to do anyway. So now they're going to go to 13 to 14, and we don't have that much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12, not 14. So we're going to just take the damage. Well, we could still play the Fox. Yeah, I'll do it for the trample, but I just won't... I'm not going to pump, though. We'll play the Fox. And now, hopefully, a 3/3 on D is scary enough to represent a block that will keep us above 0, even in the face of, like, some kind of pumped, trampling red cap. That's true. We can't... you make an excellent point. We're at the whim of their hand because the Ogre Errant gives red cap menace. So if they can beat us, they can beat us. If not, we beat them. Yeah. I was thinking like we had a chump block here. We would chump block the Ogre Errant and still make red cap have to become a 5/5 in order to beat us. But there are tools to make a red cap a 5/5. They could go Rimrock plus barge in, for example, and boom, we'd be dead. But if they do swing in with both, we'll put the Flutter Fox on the Errant and make him have it. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. Like with barge in, maybe that could become enough, but even not. No, that's because then we just block whatever Ogre Errant does not give menace to here. Although what we should do is try to block so that we don't lose to a barge in. So that's what we're really focusing on here. Shots fired from Dionysus, replacing your precious link with the A team. Okay, so they've put it here. If we block here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we just block the biggest thing we can. We lose to barge in, but we tried. All right. Next game. We got them with Xaxes. They got us with Xaxes. What do I change there? I'm wondering if my forgetting of the menace of the red cap was would have changed something if I'd remember that. You want Snoopy to be where Return of the Jedi is. Well, there are two. Where's Snoopy? Here's Snoopy. And there's two of them. You want it up here? Here, we'll get flip. There you go. Other one. All right. Well, I'll swap those in a second. Yeah, run it back and try and get some better land luck. You want this one over here then? You're like talking like this? Oh my god. We've mulliganed so much with this deck. So much. Been very frustrating. I'm gonna keep this and actually ditch the barge in. I think it's correct to ditch the barge in here. You agree? Brimstone into Errant with some real removal. Keep our 3 lands. I don't think it's about 17 land. I mean, we've been flooded sometimes too. It's just been really tough draws. Yeah, I'm gonna Trebuchet now. Use all our mana. That Bone Crusher is an interesting draw, but we'll save it. Ow. That is no joke. Well, now I feel like I should just take out this Rimrock while the Taken's good. See what they come up with. I don't want to trap that in the tower. I want to use the removal that is most narrow. We're not expecting to see too much flying out of this deck. That's scary AF. Gonna play the Errant here, because then next turn we can get trapped in Veteran, or if we draw a land, we can just play Circle or Bone Crusher plus Trapped. A lot of ways we can go here. Kind of want to wait till they equip something up with the Steel Call Lance and then trap it. Yeah, let's snatching the Lance would be nice for sure. They haven't made any announcements about exactly how the best of one starting hand selection algorithm works. That's frustrating. Come on, land us then. Land me, please. Land, land, land. I want to go Veteran Giant here. And then get Circle of Loyalty back to castability. Really? All right, well, not too bad. Something to cast anyway. We get to do this. So red cap. I still don't have any good attacks, so that's good. This Youthful Knight doing work here. That's interesting as well. But I think we just make the circle. And sit back. Still doesn't make the Paladin attack through the Youthful Knight, so that's a good thing for us to see them doing. Maybe means they don't have much else to do. Could mean they have, you know, this could be a barge in here, but barge in doesn't give the Paladin trample since it's a human. And if we trade Youthful Knight for one of their tricks, we can trap this into a tower and still be in very fine shape. So we're definitely gonna block here. And probably just trading for a barge in, but it's okay. All right, that's nice. I'm going to go ahead and trap and Bone Crush. But I guess I'll attack first. In some world where they have something they do here that, I don't know if there's flash, that rare flash creature, we could desperation tap if we decided it was necessary. But here we're just gonna drop a giant. Yeah, we can hold up Tactician. That's an interesting play here instead of bothering with trap. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. Similar effect, allows for a nice big attack next turn. I guess we get red cap back on defense against 3 toughness, so we can trap the Oathsworn in a tower, get in for a lot of damage, and then still have the red cap. Yeah, we could make a knight, but I'm still looking to... I think the plays from our hand are better. Trap and make a knight. This is 4 to activate, folks, so it couldn't trap and make a knight, except this knight. We're a calling station. If they send that in, we're blocking with the red cap. I guess we could ignore it. Like, it's not like they can double strike it, right? I'm gonna send both of these. We'd trade off either of these. That's fine. Probably just make a flying knight as opposed to these ground knights. But still holding back veteran. Don't want to lose that yet. Although, like, gosh, if we attacked and they... I guess we can attack with veteran. They can't really block it, right? Tap. What do you mean tap? This has already been used for the tap. Not in hand, yeah. Yeah, we swing all because they can't really afford to block the veteran. Yeah, I understand. It's a little weird. It kind of would be better if it had slightly more glaring treatment that it's not in hand. And we can make a flyer, but I think I like just making a circle. Because then, let's say they have sorcery speed removal and some hasty thing to, like, I don't know how they can get us from 15, but basically being able to make a creature at instant speed is going to be better than playing something they can kill with sorcery speed removal. Didn't need it. We got there, gang. Profit. At 3 wins, we get our 1,500 gems back, plus the 80 we've already ground, plus whatever we get out of the packs at the end of this. So it's already going great. Always happy to make it to 3 wins in best of 3. But yeah, I'll take a short break now. Oh, here's... I don't know if the person who suggested it is here in chat or not, but I had been talking about how I was sad on last Thursday because my starting song theme of the week was Wooburg magic card names, like song titles that shared the name of a magic card in Wooburg order. And I got to Thursday, and I had been intending to, like, really do a deep dive and find a good one for red, but then ran out of time and did something that I hoped I would never have to do, which is repeat a song in my slot last Thursday for starting soon song of the day. And somebody suggested the song Lightning Bolt by Jake Bugg, which I had totally forgotten about. And was that you? Oh, Jiker Man, it was a perfect suggestion. I actually had... This is a classic old man moment. I have forgotten more about music than you guys will ever know, because I totally heard this song before and was like, oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good magic song. And then totally forgot about it and didn't get around to digging it back up before it was too late. But this is a great song, and I'm totally going to retcon last week, and we're going to stick this in as last Thursday's starting soon song of the day. So thanks for the suggestion. I'll play it now while I take a short break. Should retcon my playlist now. Let's see. We'll go... So... it's not letting me reorder. Oh well. 2 removal and nothing else. Got to mulligan this. Removal is not a good enough plan. We'll keep this and ditch flank. Look, another red deck. Human drafts, please. Well, they didn't want to send in the Rimrock to trade with the dummy. I'm assuming they don't want to send in the Rimrock to be eaten by the red cap. Not a human, so we can't steal it. We could trap, and it can't block anyway. Let's see. Let's start with an attack. Oppo's stuck on 2. So I'm just going to drop the dragon for no theft value, just to keep the pressure up as high as we can get it. Here I'm willing to trap the Raider into a tower since we have another follow-up. We can two spell this turn. Get in again for a big chunk of damage. And then Sir Alan comes in to close things out. If these aren't enough all by their lonesome. Right on, Razor. Glad they're doing the job they were intended for, at least. All right, didn't have to show him Sir Alan. And Oppo stumbled there. You know, we've had some rough mana luck today, but as somebody pointed out, you know, so our opposition has faced some trouble as well as ours did right there. Terribly sorry. My eating disorder of leaving mute on. Anyway, just trying to decide if we're going. I was saying barge in, maybe, you know, it's very aggro, better on the play type card. We could cut a barge in to just give more creatures, put in another generic knight, one of these foxes. Could try to make our stuff bigger. Well, we can assume it's red aggro, base red aggro. And what does that mean for us? And it kind of makes me want to be more low down. I'm leaning like Flutter Fox for a barge in, or like maybe Unicorn for a barge in, Knight for a barge in. But all right, let's just run it back. I think it's fine. Yeah, Flutter Fox was the tempting one. They gave up with a 4-powered flyer, 3 2-powered other creatures, and them at 6 with one non-blocker. I think they gave up because they were dead. But indeed, it looks like they were missing a color last game. And they mulligan? Seem like they're low on cards, but I'm going to give them the Goose for a turn and drop the Youthful Knight. Yeah, I could kill the Goose. I guess they just make... Right now, they just make more food. If they want to spend turn making a food... Okay, sorry, Oppo. We know those feels. Yeah, I'll just kill the Goose. A little more white than red, so I'll drop another Plains. And to spend mana efficiently, I'll play the Bone Crusher. Then on turn 4, we have Youthful Knight trapped. And then 5, we have Sir Alan. So just setting us up to max our mana every turn here, basically. Which we've... Maxing your mana 2 through 5 is a pretty good way to win some Magic games. They don't have enough power to actually kill the giant, so we're not going to trap anything into a tower now. We had a great draw of an alternative play to 2-spell this turn. And this is human, so the tracker doesn't even get big on blocks. And we get to 2-spell and really turn the screws here. All right, they're out of spells now, and I think they're dead. Oh man, we can even casket trap here, or we can just yeah, you know what? I'm going to play Sir Alan this turn. And then we have 2 removal spells next turn and an incredible attack. Should be good. Take a turn off of attacking to set up a very excellent attack next turn. Yeah, it would be. They wouldn't change the starting hand selection process without telling us, or they shouldn't. They may kind of already given up or something. Yeah, they're giving up. I mean, they didn't eat food. Like, they should have at least... I mean, but if you're giving up like this, just scoop, right? All right. Sorry, Oppo. We've had some rough hands and draws today, too. It's been working out for us in the long run, though. But boy, have we mulliganed a lot today. Why am I getting these rewards? Are this just the pack win rewards? Win-based rewards? Should be close to... Oh yeah, 7. We'll also get a nice 10x open today. I hear my daughter. What do you mean, do you get further in best of one than in, or best of 3 than best of 1? I don't fully understand your question. Hey, doggy friend. Is that kid up? All right, this looks keepable, if not amazing. Is it faithful? I thought it was fit to. I don't think lyric awareness is a youth issue. All right, we're getting aggroed on. What are we going to do about it? Maybe they're missing their second color, which is red, and this red cap will be better for that. Might have to play Flutterfox and go ahead and offer for the Jousting Dummy. We're somewhat in the control situation. You could also just Bone Crush the Jousting Dummy. I'm going to start with the Fox. Let's see what they want to do. Yeah, maybe crushing was correct. Although I think I crushed Dummy, not Cookie. Can I make a note of all the Ginger Brutes we've beaten today? Because they're not that impactful enough if they're not doing the thing everybody loves them for. I think I will offer this trade. We have the control tools here. Let's get control-y. Yeah, my win rate goes up not only when I'm allowed to sideboard, but specifically because I get 2 out of 3 chances to win the match instead of just 1. And now we'll save up Crush, and I will take out the Brute with the Crush if they attack with it here. I'm going to block in case they have a combat trick they're trying to use. And then follow through with Bone Crusher. That way, if they had a trick they were going to beat the knight with, we make them use it and respond. Since they didn't show a trick, I'm risking this. Now, if they have the Squire, I just have to tip the cap. I don't know how they come up with that play. Wow, how do they come up with that play? Well, we still get the trade, and we still get the giant, but I cannot believe they didn't just go for the eat there. Well done, Oppo. I really respect that play. We are going to giant, though. Yeah, it was still fine for us, but I thought it was going to be much better for us than that. Well, I am going to play the Youthful Knight. Partly because if we were to draw another mountain, then next turn we would at least have red cap trapped in the tower. So it doesn't use our mana most efficiently, but it uses our color most efficiently. And we have this if we need to. All right, they get that. Nothing we can do about it. We have nothing to destroy artifacts or enchantments, so that thing is gone for good. But they're stuck on mana. Now we're gonna play the red cap. Have melee up. Dragon won't help. It doesn't leave the battlefield. It just changes sides. Correct. Dragon would help win the game, though. I'll take a dragon. Resolute Rider is probably going to eat this. Yeah, we still even have a combat trick to play next turn. So we're just going to do it now. Ooh, barge in, even better. Nah, we'll just take the Silver Flame trick if given the option. Yeah, but we don't know what we're going to draw. Might as, you know, that's fair. But also there... Yeah, I guess we could wait and see what we drew and it wouldn't have made a difference. But we're going to barge here, and that's nice. Or wait, do we want to... We can barge or Silver Flame. I guess I'll Silver Flame here. Kind of want to... wait until we can barge and Silver Flame, but all right, let's use our mana, get this creature set up to join the fray. And then next turn we have Squire plus barge in. Although here, I'm just going to trap into a town. Oh, here's what I was talking about, color. You know, we can only cast one white spell per turn, so we will do barge in plus Squire here and save trap for next turn. I mean, they have to block, but given if they predict the barge in, then I would put Unicorn on Knight, so at least they're only taking 2 on the turn. If they go for the red cap and we have barge in, then they take a bunch of extra damage. And if they're going to do that, I kind of like just, well, we could make him take 8 here. That's pretty big. Then we drop it. They go to 4. We drop a 2 power. We have 3 creatures and removal. Still not quite enough. I'm going to just go ahead and take it as is. Yeah, and then we have trapped and barge next turn. Makes sense. Seems okay, but that's actually good for us. Kind of solidifies the win in some respects. We go like this on the Unicorn. And everything we have, I guess they can trade for our Squire if they want to put it there, but I don't think they will. Let's see what they want to do. Yeah. We'll take it. They die if they do block red cap. Maybe they were just dead. So heavy, heavy, heavy white with a touch of green. Don't know if that means we change anything, but that's what we're up against. With a heavy white, I don't love bringing the fox in. We'll probably face flyers of our own, but it's not a bad 2. Try it this way. On the draw, the bargains are a little less useful as they often are. I'm going to keep this. We have 2, 3, 4 with any land, and we can at least play everything in our hand. Really? I think we're seeing a pretty, you know, a white weenie deck. I don't know if it's fancy play syndrome. I just don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's sound reasoning about what we expect out of their deck. I expect this to be aggro weenie race. You're late, Plains. Now... Yeah, I'm still just going to go with dummy. Although I'll lead it with the Plains. Although when Venerable Knight and Plains were the 2 cards on top of our library, nothing was late. They were both late. Don't know if we want to trade dummy when we have Ogre Errant, so I'm just going to play red cap now. Let's go red cap, Ogre Errant, really get our stuff on board, and then figure out what to do next. The vigilance on this token is proving to be a little annoying in this here race. I'll tell you what's not annoying. We're going to shift plans here and red cap the Fireborn. At this point, I think I'll offer the Jousting dummy. They might not even block. Let me just say, okay, I'm racing, that's cool. They have too many combat tricks. I think it's playing with fire to untap, to let them untap. Now we play the Venerable Knight and happily throw it in front of the token because then it threatens a counter on our red cap. Well, at least Oppo doesn't have any obvious choices this turn, or they wouldn't be tanking. Land Unicorn? What are they going to do? Youthful Knight of their own. All right. Well, that's pretty decent. We're flooding a bit here. Gonna drop an Ogre Errant and pass. Feeling a little behind in this one. Now feeling a lot behind, although not out of it. They've given themselves more decent attacks, but I already offered the dummy for the Knight token once. I'll offer it again if they send in, and then we can decide if we want to offer red cap on Youthful Knight. Is there a whole team pumping spell to worry about? I'm not sure. I think for here, I'm just going to offer the dummy for the token. We have lots of removal. And I'm not worried about, like, containing Oppo's creatures. I'm just worried about getting our aggro on successfully. And to that end, kind of like... Actually, Errant and Venerable. Then we drop a Youthful Knight and have 3 points of first strike back on defense. Well, that doesn't bode well for us. It means they've basically got a trick. I'm trying to figure out how to play it given that. We could just take all of this and try and crack back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go to 5. They're at 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And if we draw something, we could technically threaten lethal. Well, if they have a squire, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then we just take 8. Yeah, we can try to trade youths. Squire still wins that combat, but at least we get it out of hand. All right, let's draw the trick in a way that doesn't blow us out if they have it. Do we have any attacks? I think we're done attacking now. That was our window to try and get our side of the race going, but I don't think we are racing successfully. So let's play some D. I don't know. They don't have good attacks with anything except the Guide Mother. If they find something else, I mean, they can attack with the Guide Mother, play the Tactician, and just try to win through the air. But I think we're not done. Yeah, we're not done. I mean, that's what we wanted right there. Glasket is okay, but we might want it for this Tactician when it shows up. Can't get the Rider with it. The lifelink and indestructible that they're going to have on this next turn is no good for us. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. But what is? I mean, are we then trying to attack with our Flutterfox to win? I mean, they just play this. I think we got to wait and get the Tactician. And yeah, meanwhile, we lose to Rider. But I'm gonna hold. Because if they play Tactician, we get to Casket the Tactician, Flutterfox starts blocking Guide Mother, and then we just have to answer Rider. Simple. Do we have Trapped in a Tower still? That's what we really need for the Rider. Although this is a deck that is threatening to get something out of the tower. Yeah, let's make them use their mana, right? And now we throw this on the Errant, actually. I know you want to... maybe you want to put it on the red cap, but if we make the Errant a 4/5, it actually stops the Rider. It's still vulnerable to Pump, but we're not going to beat Pump. I'm still going to hold on the Glass Casket here. It's really nerve-wracking given how low we are, but they are going to play this Tactician, and we really can't win if we Casket the Guide Mother only to then lose to this flyer. I don't know why they... I mean, I guess they've had some things to do. I'm just surprised they haven't played the Tactician yet. Oh, okay. Sure. We see what their green is for. Thanks, deck. Just what we needed. I guess I didn't have to play the land. Again, that tends to be one of my weak points. Might just be dead to their creature totals, but we got some blocks here. Got 3 blocks to their 6 creatures. Now we're dead. Can't Casket the Youthful Knight. Like, then you just lose to a 2/3 flyer. Yeah, I did put in the second Fox. I don't think we go to 15, no. Too much to do. Sometimes you flood out. Doesn't mean you should go to 15. We're trying to cast Sir Alan and use Circle of Loyalty, etc. Nah, y'all are too worried about the flyers. We're just the aggro deck. We're just going to get aggro on them. But I think I like going back, in fact, to double barge in. All right. For the 5 wins deck, give us a nice opener. Here we go. Ready? Good enough. We'll certainly see if these barge-ins were both worth keeping. Outflank. I got all my cheap interactions, so let's see how it does. It's telegraphed, but whatever. What's going to happen, though, hopefully, is they see the telegraph, they decide to just take this 2, We drop a Venerable Knight. It's too bad we can't spend more of our mana this turn. Oh, you're gonna block? Wow. Cray cray. I could have outflanked, but I want a Venerable Knight this turn. I mean, we couldn't have been more clear about our intentions there, right? It's a bold bluff. Let's steal a human and get in. Oh, it's not a human. Never mind. Still probably just want to do it. Or I can cast the dragon and take a turn off. But also, if we wait, we probably get a human with the dragon. Yeah, I guess we can pump the knight and cast one of our spells. So I'm going to wait and be a little bit more opportunistic with this dragon. Yeah, I'm going to barge again. Rough to use barge on half a card there, but we are just trying to press our advantage and hopefully draw any land we get outflank and dragon. Hey, that's a human knight. Nice. Don't know what they can have in green-white for this dragon on an empty board. Looks like they're just dead to trapped in the tower. Let's try it. Ooh, they've got... Ah, they got something. Drawbridge. Not a huge problem. Pathlighter, we can outflank. Ooh, and veteran. All the white cards. Let's see. Does anything just win? These pump up and become 6, but they get a block and go to 3. I guess we just send in with everything and then drop a youthful knight. I don't see a win here, so I don't see... Certainly it's an attack. And I think we just let this happen. Then drop a youthful, and then we have vet next turn. I don't want to outflank the bridge. I don't think it matters that much. They're just on pure D. That seems like it'll just do it. Yeah. All right. Giant can go to face, so we had many ways to get there from there. Boy, it really felt like our deck was working us around all event with a lot of flooding, a lot of mulliganing. Our opponents did as well, but like that just goes to show, you know, I felt like variance was against us, he says, as he pulls out 5 wins. So what have we learned? We've learned that red is wide open on arena bots now, and that red-white is the new hotness. Nice 5-win effort, and we get to open 10 here. We 4x rares, so we're just looking for extra gem grind and mythics here. And sometimes you open 10 rares. All right, extra 200 on the grind, I'll take it. I think it's safe to assume that part of the bot tuning was simply increasing, you know, once you increase the bot's awareness of the mill strategy and have them start taking, you know, that kind of stuff, something's got to be the lowest respected color among the bots, and it's now clearly red. Yeah, it looks like blue is pretty underrepresented out there right now. My untapped profile on this account, I think we can just tell from we can also look at my spreadsheet. I haven't done the tally for today, obviously, but the spreadsheet does show you, if you look at the first page of it, the first page of my spreadsheet is a summary page designed by Mike, actually. Finally got it. He gave it to me like 7 years ago, and I finally put it in place. But that first tab, the results summary, shows that traditional draft, Throne of Eldraine, we were at 68.83%. That was before 5-1ing today, so that's only going to go up. And then our ranked Eldraine is 62.79. So ranked is more in range of what we expect, although up and down, this has largely been our most successful format. Yeah, my traditional Eldraine has been off the charts compared to the past, although it looks like I did have a 68% win rate in M20. So maybe I'm just getting good at formats by the end and then doing really, really well with them. I don't know. But yeah, my traditional M20 was at 68%. Traditional Eldraine currently sitting at 68.83. I don't know when Best of 1 Historic starts. Let me go to Soapbox for a second, though, and say thanks for hanging out, YouTube friends. We'll catch you next time. Appreciate you joining us for this draft.